All right, folks, if you don't already, it is time to start believing in miracles. Now, my next guest says there's an unlikely partnership between faith and science, and it does save lives. Dr. Mark Siegel is with me. Of course, he's been in the medical field going on there 4 decades, and a journey that began with a passion for writing at Brown University. So this is his 6th book. He's also working on novels, The Miracles Among Us. Let's bring him in now. Fox News senior medical analyst, NYU Langone Health and professor of medicine, Dr. Mark Siegel. You've got more accolades, but we don't have that much time.
How about a friend of Charles Payne?
Friend of Charles Payne. Let's talk about this, because the thing that hit me right off the bat was God's love has capacity to surprise us even in our darkest moments. And obviously someone sitting in a hospital room, that's for the most part a pretty dark moment.
Cardinal Dolan, in my book, in the prayer section, he wrote a prayer about how God comes to us most when we're sick and suffering. And the pontiff told Robert Redfield back in the HIV era, John Paul II, that we all need a personal God to guide us. And when we acknowledge that, we feel less pain, we feel less anxiety, we feel less stress, and we do better. We have a better outcome. There's no dissociation here between faith, God, miracles, and great science. They're all together.
You know, and another thing that's shocked me to a degree, 70% of physicians believe in religion. I didn't think the number was that high. I always, to your point, I thought that, you know, scientists, for the most part, were atheists.
And 75% of physicians believe in medical miracles. What does that mean? They may go the extra step. And in my book, there's a lot of that. Doctors that wouldn't give up, that said, well, maybe I should take another look here. And that's how Brett Baer's son survived. That's how my father has survived to 102. Every time there's a twist in the road, there's a great doctor that says, let's try one more time. Let's try this.
That sort of, it's important, right? Because that's in business. This is a profession, rather, where it's easy to become jaded. You know, we watch the medical shows and the doctors say, okay, you know, the chart says this, let me move on to the next patient because they're always coming through the door.
Cookie cutter, hospice too soon, palliative care too soon, all this talk about physician-assisted suicide. You don't talk like that if you're thinking about the preciousness of each human soul and what your role is as a physician to decrease suffering and prolong life. That's what we're supposed to do.
I want to ask you about something really personal but powerful. Love, having someone to love and someone that loves you. Your father and your mother, 102, 100 years old. I get goosebumps thinking about that. And you say that's their love for each other, along with some other things that played a major role.
They don't want to leave the other one alone. And my mother's incredibly supportive. My father, at 102, has been through dialysis for 4 years. He was on a ventilator at 98. He had his hip repaired. I mean, he is tough. He comes out of surgery for a hernia bowel surgery. I said, I'm looking at his medical list. There's no opioids there. I go, what does he use it for pain? He's a tough World War II vet. My mother, incredible. The two of them together. And again, doctors that support this idea.
Right. But he also has he's got a great sense of humor, though.
Oh, because he says, I said, what's your secret to making it to 102? He says, when somebody punches, I duck. I said, why didn't you teach your son that?
Let's, real quick, I want to just, for a sidebar, we talked AI all day long. That's all we talked about in this market, right? What role do you see, or do you think it will change medicine?
By the way, AI doesn't have the soul that I'm talking about.
Right.
So AI robots, NVIDIA for sure is out there with the robots. They're going to be doing a lot of the clerical work, a lot of the cleaning of operating rooms. I think AI is superb in medicine. Like your last guest,
right.
I think it's a huge door opener. I think it's going to be doing all the charting. It's going to make it easier for patients to read
right.
charts. And diagnostic radiology and cardiology, it's already there, Charles. Opportunistic CAT scanning, where you're looking for one thing, but AI is showing you something over here inside the bones
right.
you didn't even know about.
Right.
You can see lung cancer before it even happens.
You know, I have a friend whose father is critical right now, and they're praying, and they believe in the power of prayer. I'm going to give her your book over the weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. And again, great stuff, Dr. Siegel. Once again, appreciate you.
I'll pray for her, too. Thanks. You, Charles.
Appreciate you.